Take away my factories, someone once said, and I'll build a new and better factory. But take away my people, and grass will grow on the factory floor. Now, those are the words of Andrew Carnegie, the immigrant industrialist, a capitalist with a capital C, a man who came to this state and built an empire that in today's dollars would stir envy in the heart of Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos. Creating a focused, engaged, and capably led workforce is one of the best things any organization can do for its bottom line. Companies all over this county, this state, the nation, and the world say that they have plenty of demand for their products and services, but an insufficient supply of labor to support that demand. The grass grows on the factory floor. There simply are not enough people to go around for every employer, right? There are, however, enough people to go around for the very best employers, and that's where you want to be. We found that probably the most important part of creating the kind of workplace that we're talking about is, do I have a leader who cares about me as a person? You show up at the first interview, and this is what you see. But then you go to the next interview, and this is what greets you. Same job, same money, which one do you take? Now, by the way, the questions get harder throughout the morning. All right, so it really is incumbent on every leader, public sector and private sector, to do everything that we can to respond to the changes in the workplace that we have now so that we're able to take advantage of the workforce that we have. We're not getting another one. So I started hearing people talk about something called the post-pandemic workplace. I don't even know if that's a thing. I don't even know if that's really a valid description. I want to talk about what I prefer to refer to as workplace next. When it comes to working remotely, the rabbit is out of the hat. People have been to the other side of the river. They have seen the promised land, and many of them are not coming back. So the remote work option now, whether you like it or not, the remote work option obviously becomes a competitive distinction in the war for talent. Organizations faced with these changes, these rapid changes, really have two options. The first is they can complain and resist. The other option is that they can adapt their organizations and themselves to burn the available fuel. I say to leaders all the time, if you can find people who are willing to work under your conditions, go for it. But if not, you're smart enough, you're going to adapt those conditions so that you're able to find the best and keep the best. What can you do to create a great culture, to create a great workplace, and to create the kind of place that attracts and retains the very best and brightest? And the first suggestion I'm going to give to you, that this will cover a whole lot of issues, and that is, give your workers better bosses. I want you to make leadership a primary qualification for every person in a management role. I'm not sure we have so much of a labor shortage as we have an appreciation shortage. What about handwritten thank you notes mailed to their home? Don't email it. It's going to be the only thing they get that day in the mail that's not from a financial institution or an offer to buy their home. Mail them a thank you note. Have dinner delivered to an employee's home. Somebody's working really, really hard. You want to thank them? Say, hey, look, on Thursday we're going to, don't surprise them with it, but say, hey, on Thursday we're going to have dinner sent to your home. Hold the manager's car wash. No, that doesn't not mean the managers come in and get their cars washed. It means you come in on a Friday afternoon in cutoffs and t-shirts and you wash your staff's car. How about this? A welcome letter from the CEO or owner of the company. In the first few days before they come, between their time that they're hired and the time that they start, a welcome letter from the CEO. You could do that. And when you do, because that applicant, that new employee has never had anything like that before, they're going to be blown away. Even hold a party, a celebration for that new person on the first day. This doesn't have to be a 5-hour-long drunken brawl, but maybe a 15-minute just a celebration with some refreshments to say, hey, we have a new team member here. Let's all get together, stop what we're doing for a minute, and welcome this person. I know you're doing exit interviews. Exit interviews are useful in the same way that autopsies are useful. I want to encourage you to do what are known as stay interviews. Talk with people while they're there. What do you love about working here? You want to capture your future stars' hearts and minds before they ever even apply. Remember, recruiting is marketing. People need to see how their work matters. How does their work matter? Because the moment anyone begins to entertain the notion that what they do all day is not very important, they can't possibly give you everything you need. If you are interested in finding the best people and keeping them engaged, you're going to adapt your organization. You're not going to ask a whole group of people to adapt to you. If you're smart, you're going to adapt your organization so that you're able to do what I call burn the available fuel. And I think if you'll pull all of this together, we'll help you to be an attractive place to work where people will want to come and want to stay and want to be productive for you. We now need to rethink what workplace even means. This is a new day. Everyone is hungry for something. What are your people hungry for?